Right, okay, so talk me through what you're doing.
Okay, so this is our Design of the Week competition that we run here at Cooks and Gold. So people send in their designs, we pick a winner, and then it goes over our social media channels. We get images from people, we have to ask their permission before we use them, just to make sure that they're happy with their image being shared and stuff like that. So I take...
Do you get that in writing?
Sorry?
Do you get that in writing?
We do. We get an email through to our competition's email page, which is then forwarded to make sure we have clarification through to head office. So to go to this, so that's the Design of the Week winner from last week.
That's really nice, actually.
That's Control T. So Control T to make sure the image doesn't shrink, and then effectively what we want is the image in this Polaroid.
Right.
I'm just going to go for the big main ring and then put that behind. That's the Polaroid.
So what you're working in here is Photoshop, isn't it?
This is Photoshop.
What was that designed in?
This.
Yeah, was that designed in Photoshop?
This was designed in Photoshop. We just save it as a PSD so it can be used over and over again. All the images that you see here from our website, so we have full use of them, no copyright problems, really.
What does the winner get?
The winner gets all these prizes here, so a pack of Luxie, which is like a modelling rubber thing, a pack of Reese's clay, so again modelling, and a few bead selection packs, stuff like that.
What sort of reaction do you get of this in social media?
It's good when it's promoted on social media. We do get a lot of entries, and sometimes it is quite hard to pick a winner. Like there's a delay and stuff like that. But when we put it on social media, people react to it like, "Oh, that's nice." Some people quite usually tweet the winner saying, "Nice ring. I really like your jewellery," stuff like that. So it does get our name about, gets a lot of interactions up as well.
Have you had any negative effects from this before?
Not yet, no.
What negative effects do you think could happen?
Maybe something like people being unhappy that they've been beaten at the competition for a design that they said maybe deserve to win.
But if anything, that could come off positive, couldn't it?
That could, yes. As in, it creates a bit of competition between our customers, but
So who sent you in that? That's quite a good quality image, isn't it?
Yeah, it's,
what technical sort of needs do you need for the image from the customer? Is it customer client?
Yeah, so it's usually people who have their own jewellery business or do it as a full-time hobby, something like that. So they usually have lighting, good camera, and a good white blank background, and they usually take all their own photos.
Right.
So we ask it to be quite clear, make sure you can see all the details that you want it to be able to see, things like that. And make sure you can see materials and then list the materials so we can talk about it in our social posts.
How about the technical aspects of the picture?
Technical, so...
what, file format,
yeah, so
size?
They're sent in JPEG, I believe, and the size, I think we say no bigger than 4 or 5 meg, which is quite a lot. So like they have a bit to play around with, so they can have like a lot of colour or a lot of white area, stuff like that. So we do give them quite a bit of leniency. But, yeah.
So if you wanted to add metadata to this, I mean you don't for social media as such, but how would you do that?
So you put upload into file, then into file info.
And what's this metadata for?
Metadata is for like searching, so if you were to search Cooks and Gold Design of the Week, it would come up with the images of Google Images, so this would be near the top because it's one of the latest we've done, so I can put here Cooks and Gold Design of the Week winner, like May 2016 for example.
Yeah.
And then this will come up in the search results.
Do you need to for this one? Do you usually do it?
We don't usually do it, no, but it could be useful to help boost sales and interactions in the future.
Cool. Right, so how do you save it and make sure that it's suitable for social media? What do you need to consider when you're sort of saving it? Because it's a PSD at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So when we save it, we just save it and go save for web and devices.
Right.
So it comes up with this screen. We need to make sure that for our social media campaigns, everything's 600 by 600,
Right.
which this is, it always is. So we'll save that there. We also need to make sure it's saved as a JPEG. May.
So what you're doing there, you're making sure...
Making sure it's saved as something appropriate in the file folder, so when I come to add it to social media, I'm not looking around too much for what I need. So.
And if you need to go back to it or something like that.
Again, if I need to go back to it, so put it in social, for example.
So are these shared files, or is this just your file?
Everyone can share, access these files. This is my area, so where I save things that I've done, but anyone can access these.
Does it go to a main server that...
It does, yeah, it goes to our main server that we have here. So let's just say this May 16th design of the week in the social folder.
Why is it important for everybody to have access to the files?
So if for example, the customer comes back to us and says, actually no, I'm not too happy with it being up there, or I want, or like you spell my name wrong, or you use a different image, I can then go to, say, one of the guys who she's contacted and say, yeah, it's here, this is the PST, and then they can amend it to suit the customer.
So you need to make sure you save as, don't you, rather than save, because if you save over that, you save over the PST, don't you?
That's very true, save as well, yeah. And social. So there we go, so that's safe, that can be edited in the future as well.
So what's the next stage? Just get it up online?
Next stage, get it online. So here at Cooks and Gold, we use something called Sprout.
What's Sprout? Talk me through this.
Sprout is a social media sort of planning application, if you will. Some of the, so all of our posts are scheduled throughout the day. Excuse me. So we've got new book of the month coming up because it's the start of the month. So we've got these book of the month posts going out to Facebook and Twitter. We've also got some general advertising, so free bead packs that you can get with bead orders, and so on and so forth. So, and then we can go all the way later into the month, so 15th. Not too detailed as of yet, but it will get more in depth the closer we get to the date.
So you need to upload the post. How would you do that?
So we go up here to compose, and then choose the sites we want it to go to. So Cooks and Gold, our Twitter account and our Facebook account, which are our two main social medias. We then pick a date. So let's say
It was the 16th of May, wasn't it?
sorry,
Oh, no. When was it? I thought it was the 16th, wasn't it? Oh no, sorry. Go on, carry on.
Okay.
Carry on, that's mine.
So let's say we schedule it for a week today, so the 8th, for example, at pick a time, 10 a.m.
Does it matter what time you put things out on social media?
Not at this stage because we're planning it in the future. So when we get close to the date, we might schedule it at specific times to fit within other adverts that we've got going on at the same time. So that might not actually be at 10 a.m. It might be at 9, 9:30, something like that. So it might change when we get close to the day.
Now, Facebook has its own scheduling thing. What's the advantage of using this software over the Facebook scheduling software?
So the advantage of using this is, say, I was to find an article or something on an external site, it gives you a preview of what that would look like on Facebook before you post it. So it'll give you links as well, so you can edit like their description in the link that Facebook will give you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
You can also combine Facebook and Twitter together, can't
You
you?
can, yeah. So if I was to put like design of the week, May 20th edition, for example. So that would then go out to Facebook and Twitter, same thing with the same image at the same time. So it's quite consistent across our social media channels.
Okay.
So we can upload a photo. find it in
How much is social media a part of all the marketing that Cooks and Gold do?
a big part of it. We do a lot of our advertising through social media. We also engage a lot of our customers through direct messaging and through comments as well. So if they say, "Oh, I didn't get free delivery" or something like that, yeah, okay, no problem. We just comment on it, and then they can come straight back to us. We can resolve the problem. And advertising as well. So we do social media only campaigns. So we do with the Lucky Dip in our past campaign, which was social media only. So it's good to interact with all of our customers.
Okay.
So here we have the design of the week that you just saw me make. So double click on it and it puts it into the post. So you go to say that image will be going with that text on that day at that time. So click schedule. If we find there it is. So it will go out to Twitter mainly, but plus one profile, which is our Cooks and Gold Facebook page.
Right, okay. Right, okay, cool. Right, brilliant. What else does this do? Does it report back on what's happening?
It can report back, but it's sort of an advanced, like full version, if you like, which we don't have. We
Right,
just have
okay.
a basic scheduling version.
Which is all you need it for, really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's all we use it for, mainly.
Okay, cool.